Oh, I forgot. I forgot that I closed out my video with this fucking visual ahead of me. It's just surreal and bizarre. The clams are breathing. What could come next? Oh, welcome to the Death Planet. Looks a bit like Korriban, but with clams. So, like, that's fun. Oh, there's so many clams. Why are there so many clams? There's 6 goddamn clams. That's a rude number of clams. Their icon is a serpent for reasons. How much damage do they take to kill? Oh god. Oops. Oh, we did kill him at least. That's nice. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had I just blanked out really dumbly and forgot. Just for a moment there, I was like, okay, let's just wait for all their attacks to end. And I wasn't keeping enough of an eye on the little energy meter. So I was like, wow, they got a lot of attacks. And I'm like, no, I'm just sitting here fast forwarding and letting them hit me. God damn it. I would let them kill me if I thought that was faster, but it's probably faster to kill them and then reload my save to retcon my very stupid mistake. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm so sorry. I don't like this combat system though, still. I'm not a fan of the fact that the game's got an ATB system, but it doesn't pause when it's your turn. That's just kind of frustrating. If for no other reason than because you have to like reaction time into doing your attacks like the moment it's your turn. Or you're like you have to play maximum efficiency. Like if you're not clicking the instant it's your turn, then you are operating at reduced efficiency, and that means that you will be taking more hits than you would otherwise. And that just seems unnecessary for a turn-based-ish RPG. My voice is fucky. Rescue me, water. Rescue me. Yeah, these guys die in like 2 hits. So I kill like 1.5 of them per turn. Oh, no. Superhero just one-shots them. In a shocking turn of events, the clam creatures are not especially durable. I chose a ballsy move here, picking these characters last time. I guess I figured I just have so many healing items, I might as well bring these guys around instead of... So I think I wanted to bring the new character along. And they're the highest level characters that have gear and whatnot. I guess that was my logic. Because the first thing I noticed coming back today, I'm like, I didn't bring Grumpos. And he has the hit every single enemy attack and the AoE heal. Although I think a few more people have a shoot everybody button now. So staff sweep isn't as necessary anymore, but he's still the only person that has a cooldown based heal the entire party ability. But I am doing a little okay on money, I suppose. What are your abilities again? Ground pound and radius rate. Yeah, that's your other AoE. Let's just get to that real quick. That'll save us all sorts of time. I still don't know what plasma wall's for, honestly. Will this just kill them all? Oh, okay. That is even more efficient. So, the superhero could just one-shot the entire enemy party with his relatively quick cooldown ability. But he does get targeted. And if I remember correctly, the new orbital strike looking attack that Boots has is also an AoE that can wipe people out, so that'll come in handy. These clams will never know what hit them. Another one of these guys. Aren't these basically just loadouts? How valuable is it to have this many of them? What button? Take out the Elementor. So I got Bivice. Bivice but with nothing in it. Elementor host. Trivice. These are so strange. I still don't think I particularly understand how they work. Even in the comments, there's like people just kind of shrugging at this, like making vague suggestions about what they think one part of it might do, but still not really having a comprehensive idea of what the fuck this mechanic is and what it's supposed to be doing. Why? Oh, because that's like the source block or something. So one of these lets you basically just do all of them. Is that the idea? So down here, so the Bivice or Trivice, they have 2 or 3 of them down here. So then you put one of these down there and that creates the shape that the rest of them are based on? So there's an Elementor host. So a Trivice, I guess, is just better because it has more slots. But then again, just one of these fills the entire thing in, right? Honestly, like, I wish I understood this, but I don't think I understand this still. But yeah, these bottom ones unlock the whole thing, apparently. But I can't put the green one in the green one. Does it have to match the line? See, if we're running with the idea that it has to match the line, like here's a zip zip, so it's that sort of V, is the lines around the green. Here's that shape, but that doesn't work. So you can't put a green beetle down because it's opposite. The purple beetle's here. So then what do these honeycomb shapes even mean? Wait, the white beetle has white, yellow, purple. The purple beetle, oh wait, no. I was thinking, okay, so that means you can put it in the white and the yellow and the green. Did I say purple? This one is white, yellow, green, so that means you can put it in white, yellow, and green frames, right? No, because the purple one just has white, yellow, blue. So... I don't... That's a plus 200%, plus 200%, plus 200%, plus 150%. 50? I thought it's 150 a second ago. 50, 0%. The cyan is opposite of red, so you can't mix and match those ones. This is one of the most, like, incomprehensible systems I've seen in a long time, honestly. So the opposite of yellow is blue. Why is the opposite of yellow blue? Maybe we're doing CMYK instead of RGB. Did I do it? Hecatomb level 7 cost 4. Host function has 0 output. Make sure all functions have supporting bugs. What? What the fuck were they going for with this? Like, I'm looking for like a message on each of these, like which one of these are all wrong? These two have plus 0%. Let's look for one that supports green, I guess. Yellow supports green. Can I do yellow? No, I can't do yellow. Can I put this guy in there? Yes, apparently. That one's also a 0%. Who supports cyan? A red does. Host has 0. Host function has 0 up, but make sure all functions have supporting bugs. Can I put more of these in here? Yes. I'm never gonna understand the system. I'm never going to understand the system and what it's going for. I don't even know what what the benefit of it is. Like, I think it makes me stronger somewhere, somehow, but I'm not actually entirely clear on what the benefit of it even is, let alone how it works. Like, they really didn't give it much of the college try at like teaching the player how it works. There was the briefest, like, almost explanation that just super did not take. I just saved in the wrong slot, technically. What the fuck is that? Oh god, it's got a little face! Like, those are slugs, whatever, but was this, like, the killer Hyrax? It's like a rat that has an evil little face. What the hell? I guess I'll shoot things. I'll just have him do the AoE. It's really unnerving. What is it doing? What the f— why was it upside down during that animation? Wow, that did some fucking damage. Miss. Not miss. Wow, we're doing damage now, huh? There we go. Those are probably the two biggest problems this game has. Well, there's a few of them. One, the combat isn't very interesting for the most part. Two, there's just a nightmarish amount of backtracking built into every aspect of its quest design and environmental design, to the point where you're just very thankful that there's like a fucking like developer console like cheat that lets you fast forward constantly that is not intended. Like, you're not supposed to be using it, but it's like basically a mandatory feature to get through this game, and I have no regrets. And I'm happy to spread the knowledge to other people that it's there if they didn't know, because it'll make them enjoy the game more. But then it's just like the horrible, obtuse mechanics. Like, I'm a broken record here a little bit, but yeah, like, if you want to know what an ability does, you're gonna have to guess, for the most part. Because if you highlight an ability your character has, it just doesn't tell you what it's supposed to do. It's like, oh, what's this ability? Is it a fireball? Is it like a defensive screen that protects me from certain elements? Is it a stun? Is it a sleep ability? What's it do? It's like, I don't know. I can, in the case of Row, I can use the same ability over and over again and never really learn more about what it's doing. It's like, I don't think it's damaging people, so it must do a special effect of some kind, either offensively or defensively, but I have no idea what that is. I'm not sure how you'd figure out what it is. But then you have, then like that problem, that lack of explanation was already there from episode 1. Like, the moment we started this game, it immediately had a clarity issue, at least to some extent. maybe not completely episode 1, because your first ability is actually an ability that's explained to you, which is Fatima Screen. Your first ability as Boots is Fatima Screen, which actually is explained in universe. Like, I think Fatima explains to you what that button does. It's like, oh yeah, use in the tutorial or whatever. It was either during Fatima, it was either Fatima that told me, or it was the Captain Picard guy that runs the punching place. They're like, here's your defensive ability. It blocks incoming damage. We will now never explain another ability for the rest of the game. It's like, what? But it was okay, because our next companion was Grumpos, and he had Staff Sweep and Heal Field, and those are very straightforward abilities. Staff Sweep, you very clearly fly around and beat everyone's ass. So it's like, okay, it's a multi-target attack. And then Heal Field, you use that, and it's like, oh, everyone got healed. Actually, no, that wasn't safe. That's the second and third abilities. His first ability was Yammer, which does... it's really funny. It's a hilarious animation of him just irritating people during combat by talking too much, which is great. But I'm not even clear to this day what it does. It must do some kind of debuff that makes the enemies like less accurate, or slower, or less damaging. Like, it's clearly some kind of single target. Actually, don't know if it's single target or AoE, but it's some kind of debuff is my reasonable guess on what Yammer does. So on that level, it's like, okay, I got something to go on there. But beyond that, I don't actually know what it does exactly. So you have to like kind of do some autopsies or take notes and be like, aha, this ability makes them do the weird effect where there's like a second silhouette copy of themselves, like a hologram, and it's like warping in and out in different like proportions. Like, that's one of the effects you get on people, is that you make a weird hologram of themselves go around them, and like that means something. It's like, I played my Pokemans and I played some other games. It's like, I'm used to seeing weird effects on dudes that look vaguely like that. I'm like, okay. But like, the only way to learn would be to basically document every single time one of these effects happens on one of the... Wow, she is not landing a single blow, is she? You have to document every single instance of one of those weird effects happening, and then list every single ability that did it, and then wait until you finally have one ability that actually says what it does in some context, if that ever happens. Or just like do some really weird specific stuff, like put on your like anti-Winky bracelet, where it defends against Winky, and you're like, I think that might be sleep. I think there might be cute. I think they're being cute and using Winky to mean sleep. Like, I catch a few winks because you're going to sleep, like that kind of thing. And then like somebody keeps doing effects on everybody, and it's like, aha, the person wearing the anti-Winky bracelet never gets the whoop on them. That must mean that effect is Winky. Like, the amount of work you'd have to go through to understand what's going on in this game during combat is above and beyond the amount of payoff you would get from doing it, because honestly, you could just bulldoze through the combat and not have to. You don't really have to understand it that much. But like, you know, it'd just be nice to know what the buttons your characters have do. You have all these abilities, and they don't tell you what any of them do, and that's like really fucking weird. I don't think I've ever had this problem before in an RPG that has like characters that have skills. Like, that's like the first step. It's like, ah, my characters have a bunch of skills. I should use the games should be like, it immediately should be like, ah, yeah, I should explain what those are. It seems intuitive, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's like the first thing they should want to do is like, aha, I've given them an ability. I should tell them what it does. Maybe via like a tooltip. Like, I highlight stuff, and stuff shows up on the bottom of the screen, and they don't tell me what it does. All it does is say, really useful information. It says, Paco, click to use battle skill. Radius rage. Wow. That's the information that had to be conveyed to you continuously through the entire playthrough. We had to explain to you on the bottom of the screen which character you're currently selecting, and what clicking will do. Like, what? I know I selected that character. Their menu is on their portrait. That's some good interface design, at least for conveying that level of information. And like, I know how much energy it will use because it has this highlighted red zone that shows how much energy it will use. So like, that's good. But the tooltip just says the name of the skill. How does that even happen, man? And I'm on this rant because of the fact that like, this was a problem we identified immediately-ish. But the feedback problem has only been exacerbated by the fact that it's framed as a major plot point when the game is like, yo, dude, man, yeah, here we go. Plot twist, you just spent all this time on this lava planet unlocking the fact that like, hey, Mistech, you can be powered up via this crazy bug thing. And like, that was the big reveal. You spent all that time on that planet so Grumpus could learn that. The cool Mistech trick. And like the payoff's already bad because you're like, ew, it's primary mechanical and payoff is more combat. Like, it's like, oh look, my timer started over again. I don't know why that happens. It's like, it's already disappointing that the payoff is combat oriented because the combat is just so not the highlight of this game. But then there's an additional negative thing, which is that I also cannot figure out how to use it. Because all of their lack of explanation is only multiplied here, and it's just brutal. Let's double check something real quick. Because if you Google Anachronox manual, you get a PDF of the game's manual. Like, setup and installation, meet Fatima, starting a new universe, the characters. Alright, they actually spoil every character in the manual. So if you open the manual, you immediately know that you're gonna get Paco and Stiletto. And Grumpus Pal in a row, obviously. Actually, they don't spoil every character. The manual doesn't spoil that you get Democritus as a party member. That's interesting. But they spoil that you get Paco and Stiletto. Which is weird, because Paco's the last character you get in the game. Like, that's a really late game character spoiler, but they avoid telling you about Democritus. I guess they wanted that to be a surprise. Huh. The main menu. Options menu. Game options. Sensitivity, save points, blah blah blah. Playing the game. Interacting, it just says all your interaction button. Rowdies, learning how to do stuff. So it tells you the first four things to do in like a walkthrough sort of way to get you through the first zone. So you can get, so there's like a tutorial in the manual. That's interesting. How to equip items. World skill, that's how you use each character's ability in the field. Adjusting energy, battle, interface, the actions. This is where it tells you what all your buttons do, including, I like how they tell you what Mistech is, and it says, if and when Mistech awakens, you can equip it with a piece of Mistech and use it as spells and so on. It's like, alright, so they give away that Mistech awakens and cast spells in the manual. Minigames, collecting collectibles, so then it just says go and play, that's it. So, I've done my due diligence here. The manual, despite spoiling a lot of things from later in the game, in order to explain it, it does not explain this. There is no part of the manual that deals with this the insanity of that bug menu. Like, that didn't make the cut. But it's the most complicated thing in the entire game, and it's completely unintuitive, and it's just a mess, and I shouldn't be dwelling on this long because once again the combat, like, I can just blow through it and it probably won't ever matter. But like, not understanding something, like, eats away at the back of my mind. Hey guys, how you doing? You just chilling? That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. You guys seem chill. He's not chill. Oh, I forgot to heal between fights. I forgot to heal between fights. Let's use a team of screen on myself, because this might be a long fight. Let's let Paco charge up his thingy. Why did I call it that? His thingy. There's a lot of enemies. Let's see some Mistech. Does it just do eyes damage, or does it actually freeze him and make him stop animating? Nope, he's still animating. Does ground pound work through barriers? No, I don't think it did. Oh, the barrier's gone. Did it just break the... Oh, it's because they decided to come out through the barrier. Gotcha. That'll fuck him up. She's spinning, so she's got some kind of like dizzy effect or something that probably reduces her accuracy, I'm guessing. Here's the thing: is they did one thing, which is that they gave us a little. They gave us this little sidebar here. Yeah, you can't highlight it. So they gave us this little sidebar next to each character that's like a status bar effect. That's a... Uh-oh. Wow, I should have been more proactive about healing. This lists the positive and negative effects on your characters. The problem is they don't actually explain any of them there either. So like you can click on them and be like, ah yes, what I have this shield. It does like this, like Ro has a purple skull, a black skull, and a bronze shield. This might be Fatima's green, but then Boots has a yellow and purple and black shield, and then a blue, green, and red shield. And you might be wondering, what do those mean? And I'm like, excellent question. We will never solve this. Anyway, fuck you guys. I need to pull out the big guns because I screwed up and wasn't on top of things. Hey, he's standing up even though he's dead. Maybe he never falls in combat, he just looks dejected. You break his will and then he stops wanting to participate anymore because that's just kind of his character flaw. Or something. I should probably charge up his super effect. Hey, I just healed you, dick. Not gonna heal me again. Dude, that was a lot of damage. Fuck you guys. Is that not doing damage? What the fuck? Are they still attacking him even though he's not, he's dead-ish? He's at least dead-ish. I have no idea what abilities to use. Like, what does Poison Tempest do that's different from Poison Spin? Is it just the next tier of the same naming scheme? Like Fire Aga? Is that it? I would like it if you stopped being, in a not a very helpful place for me right now. They keep attacking him. Maybe it's a bug. It did do damage. Was I? Maybe I was accidentally targeting the guy behind the shield, and so I was shooting the shield and nullifying the entire attack or something? If that even is an option. That would suck if it is. Okay, back to complete. No, don't kill him. Oh shit. We're gonna have to also use the other one here. Just both heal each other. They did some fucking damage. Charge it up. No. Fuck these guys. Please die. This would have gone a lot better, but I fucked up and let him die. Predominantly because I fucked up and didn't make sure I was healed before the fight again. I'm bad at that. About that, my instincts are gone. My reflex or whatever to like just think to do that. I've been ruined by out of combat healing, where things just kind of regenerate. Or I suppose just ever-present health bars on the screen, reminding you that out of combat that you're not full on health. Like in Dragon Age, your party members are just all there, and you're like, oh, okay, I should heal. That's a lot of spikes. Kind of brings down the atmosphere. Recommend removing. Unless you don't want any visitors. Oh. Ooh, new group. Are they friendly?
You have butchered our race. You have slaughtered existence itself.
Oh, cut it out. We're here to help you. We were sent by the Grand Mysterium.
Kill them.
But he's your buddy. He made me memorize his name as proof.
Then speak it. Your life depends on it.
It was Simonus Aveticor Terrenus Querintha Calicus.
The man you speak of is my brother. 40 years ago, he was sent to find reinforcements. I was hoping for an army. Then again, you must be the only ones he felt confident could help us with our problem.
What's your problem?
This probe hit the surface half an hour ago. Note the crest of the Dark Servants. If past attacks are any indication, they will launch an assault on us within the next 2 hours. Legions of troop carriers will pour out the Eye of Suffering and besiege our city.
Slow down, Padre. You're losing me.
There is much to learn in too short of a time. Rather than trying to explain, why don't we let context be your guide? Look around. Explore the city. There are 3 points of interest that will inform you of our situation better than I can. But find these points of interest within the hour. Every moment that passes brings us closer to invasion.
Timely. So we're here, like, we're arriving at like a really specific time to help them out. Which is funny, because we just had a bunch of, like, time-wasty stuff happen. We could have been here before the probe even arrived. Otherwise. I'm officially retiring my veganism, I guess. Wow, you actually burned through these relatively quickly. Glad they left a dangerous-looking enemy probe in the middle of their city. Well, you want to be able to look at it or not, buddy? Is this just the front door? Yep. Cool waterfall. I can't click on this guy, the mouse goes behind him. You must hurry inside, my wife. The battle draws near. Look there. Is it the stranger? It is the stranger who felled the Sagan Kra. This? Why do we allow him to breathe another minute? All we have fought for is now in jeopardy. The lost brother would not have sent him without reason. But what chance does a spindly creature stand against a dark servant? But a mere 3 of them defeated the Sagan Kra. If the High Prelate has enough confidence in them, they must be heroes of merit and worth. Very well, wife. Let me help. Let them help if they are able. Be safe. These games are going to be really difficult, so I'm going to opt out of them. We had a big payoff moment where Boots impresses us all. At the time, he's like, see, he even told my name. He told me his name, is what they set up earlier, but then he said, I can't pronounce it. Turns out he can. He really, really needs to not die. The first point of interest in the city of Sesostris is the lance of the Vigil. It is the very reason we are being invaded. You will find the lance on the pillars of Sesostris. The second point of interest is the Bridge of Betrayal. You already know it intimately. It is where you fought and destroyed the Sagan Craw. The third and final point of interest is the Cliff of Casting, which you will find within the city. I cannot stress enough the importance of this battle. Fight to your last and do not fail. The fate of existence rests in your hands. Damn. How late are we in the game right now? This sounds really final and important. Repeat your orders to me. My unit will be hidden in the Windbreak Pass until the enemy passes. Once an appropriate length across, we will drive a wedge between their columns, creating disorder and disrupting communication. Excellent. His names look impossible. Roxacoricophaliptorius. Fuck. Tiki Tiki Tembo, Nosha Rambo, Mari Pari Bucci Peri Pembo. Hey, I got a yellow beetle. That was always a weird one, because it was like a weird amalgam of like Chinese and Japanese stereotypes, and it was supposed to be a weird allegory, but it didn't really have a lesson, because the lesson seemed to be don't give your children long names or they'll drown in a well, which is a fucking bizarre lesson to teach. Like, that's what a useless story. But it's also like, on top of mixing up Japanese and Chinese stereotypes in a children's book and mixing and like having no real idea which is which. That's also not a name style that matches either language. So it's completely baffling because it's like not. It's like what? I guess if you compare them to like Japanese names and syllable count, like a lot of Chinese names are often relatively short, but they don't even use those phonetics in the first place. It's just bizarre. Peace and prayer, my father. May the gods, may the good of the gods and the folly of chance result in victory. And may your memory fuel my courage. I do not believe my eyes. You are the first outsiders to walk the streets of Sesostris. If the High Prelate would allow strangers to roam free in our city, the situation must be desperate. This is a shoulder stanchion of a dark servant. Do not stare into its reflection too deeply. Many claim to see the dead who have been killed at the hands of the dark servants. We keep it here as a reminder. Underneath their armor, they are only men, not gods. Oh, that one. A shoulder stanchion, like a pauldron or something? Wait, pauldrons aren't shoulders, are they? Wait, armor words. Armor words! Yes, things are pretty desperate right now. Ooh, that one opens. Next time, do not wait until mere moments before battle to replace equipment. Brave of you to assume there's going to be a next time. The strap on my anklet's frayed loose. There's a dent in my siege helm and a tear in my breechcloth. Breechcloth. My breastplate has a hair fracture. I mean, it's not a lot of plating. It's just like a metal, it's basically like a literal plate that's hanging down in front of your chest. Timber Division has finished clearing the thicket of underbrush near the bridge. Boulder Division is awaiting sling stones and fresh spearheads from the supply room. Flame and Rain Divisions are both mobilized and awaiting your orders, sir. What of Wind Division? They have not returned from their scouting, sir. Send a runner to meet them upon return. At once, sir. They have a missing squad. That might be one of the quests to follow up on. The city feels empty with everyone locked indoors. I know I should be thinking about the coming battle. My thoughts keep trailing back to the plate of steamed snails my wife cooked last night. I left 2. I should have eaten them. Yeah, you wasted snails. They lived and died for you. It could all end here. Everything. Not just our lives and my people, but everyone, everywhere, could be destroyed if we fail here today. It is so much bigger than I can fathom. And you have almost no outside help. What a situation, huh? The city feels empty. Everyone locked indoors. Same guy. They throw me off by walking around. Trying to be systematic about this. Be methodical. That's like a whole zone. Oh, there's no door over here. Does this go somewhere? Another one. See, like, these are everywhere. Like, it's constantly taunting me with whatever the fuck this system is, but I can't figure it out. Sunlight. Look up in the sky. That is the Eye of Suffering. It is a one-way tunnel into our universe from a distant region of space. It is closed at the moment, but when the Dark Servants arrive, it will open and their invasion force will emerge from it. 5 times the Dark Servants have tried to invade us. 5 times we have repelled them with the lance of the Vigil. A high-range cannon that will automatically target and destroy anything that comes out of the Eye. It has been quite effective over the last 50 years. Our only concern is that the enemy has discovered the cannon's weakness. Sheer numbers in a concentrated attack can overwhelm the gun's slow rate of recharge. We believe their probes were testing its rate of fire. Now we're considering taking it off automatic. The cannon might be more effective if we man it ourselves. Unfortunately, our targeting skills are woefully weak. Is there anyone in your party with the proper skills for this task? We're all pretty good shots, more or less. I volunteer myself, I guess? Very well. When the Eye of Suffering opens, dozens of Dark Serpent's transports will pour into the surface. Shoot down as many of them as you can. The more transports you fail to shoot down, the more Dark Servants our ground troops will be forced to fight. Their goal is the cannon itself. If they commandeer it, they will send many troop transports into our universe as they wish. This cannot be allowed to happen. Good luck. Oh, we just got rid of him. Shit. Maybe I should give them Ro, because she's the least useful. No worries. Well, goodbye, Boots. I didn't realize we were going to do it now. I thought we were going to do it later. Like, that's going to be the... Yes. Let's do... Yeah, I volunteer myself. I'm figuring they're going to have me control whatever character is there and play the minigame myself. So when I said I volunteer myself, I meant in terms of, like, I want to try to play the minigame to see if I can do better than, like, the... whatever the automatic result might be for when you don't have one of us. But it looks like you're just volunteering one of your characters and getting rid of them. So where did this go? Oh, nowhere? Don't mind the stench. This is the entrance to the cliff of casting. Follow me, I'll show it to you. Oh. This mile-deep chasm is where we dump the city's waste. While we do not usually consider this opening a vulnerability due to its inaccessibility, the enemy's flying skills make it a potential threat. Note that the tunnel behind us leads directly into Sesostris. If the Dark Servants discover this entrance, it is the quickest way into the city. Come, let us return. The stench is overpowering. Now then, this is the most direct route into the city and therefore the most prone to attack. Who will protect our back door? I guess Paco. He's a superhero. I am here. Excellent. We shall put 2 of our bravest warriors under your command. Use them well. This position is critical. If you fail to defend it, the Dark Servants will devastate the city and commandeer the Lance of Vigil. This cannot be allowed to happen. Good luck. Huh. It's funny because I was thinking about the fact that like we have this big invading attack army and we're undermanned to deal with it because most people don't believe or have any idea that it exists in the first place. So instead of a big assisting force, it's just our party, which is making me think of Mass Effect, obviously, because that's like the core conceit of you becoming a Spectre and doing the entire main story of the first game and a lot of the trilogy. But now we're doing another thing that ends up happening later in Mass Effect, which is the suicide mission, particularly the part where you're picking specific party members to do specific tasks, and I don't know if it's calculating things based on which characters you bring. I don't know if it affects it in that way, but it's interesting seeing some analogs here. The shop is not burgeoning with goods, but here is a glow rock I found in our stores. Firestorm. We have little of value to you. However, our brothers who have journeyed the stars brought some items that may aid your quest. We understand very few of them. Healing items. Stargent Sleep Shank. I guess I'll buy that. It looks like it's a weapon for Stiletto. I have no idea what her weapons even normally are. Thank you. Your currency is quite beautiful. Did I wait? Like if the currency's like new to them, like, oh, it's beautiful. Like, is it useful to them? There's a few floors here. I should follow up on the second floor's thing first. Was this a door? No. Third floor? What? How is that up here? Why would there be an anthill or some sort of up here? Ooh. What the hell? It burns my hands. Shit, haven't we seen one of those before? Who's... I don't remember who they were for or what the rules were. Kingly advice is what I give you, son. Just a few years ago, I would have been the one preparing for war. I trained my adult life to lock horns with the Dark Servants, but never got the chance to face them. My hard work and training went to waste. I'm too old now. But you are blessed with a chance to make yourself the hero of this story. Seize the opportunity while the page is still blank. Keep the wind to your back, and your war sling ready with stones. I will be courageous, father. May I ask advice from a fellow warrior? The Vigil war sling is traditionally held in the right hand with a loose grip to facilitate loop swings and quick reloading of the anchor pouch. But this morning I dreamt of a bold new handling technique. I held it firmly in my left hand while reloading the anchor stones with my right. Should I break with tradition and test this innovation in the heat of battle? Or should I stick with the proven manner of my people? Traditions are traditions for a reason. Perhaps you are right. I should not gamble my life with an untested technique. Yeah, that's stupid. It's not to be, I'm not here to stifle innovation or anything, but like that is not when you test something. Among other things, like a warrior or a musician or anyone that uses tools or has muscle memory and so on, like you have to like train at that thing for countless hours to be good at it. It's like he needs to be practicing that style of sling for a long time before it goes into a battle. You don't want to just try out a new combat style on the fly, like, hey, I just made this up, I'm just gonna go. It's like you're not a comedian trying new material to see if it lands, because if it doesn't land, you die. I disagree with him. I know you will help us. The High Prelate has lost his mind. To entrust the fate of the Lance, the Vigil, even our own universe to these strangers is madness. Put yourself in my place, stranger. The fate of the universe hangs on our success or failure. You brought us one step closer to defeat by destroying the Saga and Kra. How can I not question your interests? Prove your worth and save us. Well then maybe, I mean, you're gonna be there too. Like the back door is being defended a lot by your guys too, not just my guys. The gun's the only thing that's really being entrusted to me so far. But you guys are apparently awful shots, so get good. You must find your mother and go indoors, little one. But I want to hear another story, twin uncle. If you quietly stay inside with your mother, I will tell you the story of how the heroic Vigil defeated Dark Servant villainy in a mighty battle, but only in a few hours, and if you're good. Who is this stranger, twin uncle? I do not know. They are supposed to be our friends. I hope for the universe that they are good friends. Twin uncle. It's like that time I was playing Xenoclash, I think it was called. There's a prominent character called Mother Father. It's like, what? I have questions. And this, we have twin uncle. Is a twin uncle just somebody that is your uncle that is their twin? Like, it's just your mom or your dad's twin brother? Is that it? Or is it something else? Like some sort of distinct family structure? I knew this time would come. As did I. It's really happening. It is. I never got to say goodbye to your sister. I know. Shit. Am I supposed to go up there somehow? I can't click on him. Our preparations are minor. We are always ready for an attack, 18 days a week. Right. They're always ready. Oh, I'm supposed to go back to the bridge. Whoops. The Bridge of Betrayal. Is that an... oh, it's just an anthill? Right. Yeah, they just replenish constantly. It'd be nice if those things were like glowdants, you know, like a resource that actually fills your energy. But instead of being a resource that fills your energy, it's just more skill points, basically, for the weird skill tree that I don't understand and don't know how to use. So I'm grabbing them on reflex, but they're not necessarily useful because I don't know how they work. The Bridge of Betrayal. This is the Bridge of Betrayal. Our greatest craftsmen and artisans labored decades to craft this monument to Libusonian ingenuity and perseverance. It is also a key location in the upcoming battle. Any enemies that the lance of the Vigil fails to shoot down will make their way to this bridge. The good news is that this bottleneck is the only way to breach the gates. The bad news is that you destroyed our only means of defending it, the Saga and Kra. That's not the only way, you have people. And me. The guy who defeated the Saga and Kra, no biggie, just
It begins.
We're all gonna die. Oh god. How do I do it? You didn't tell me how to... Oh god. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay. This is hard. Takes me back to playing KOTOR a little bit, I guess. Ah, I did so well until that one wave where like 3 got through. Still, was that all of them? Wow. That was a very effective turret. They don't even have shields, they just die in one hit. There's actually some really good and memorable and creative camera shots in this game. Like the use of that. So much work got put into this. No! Jeez, they're being dismembered. I don't think that the attack party worked out. What? Why just one shoulder? Like a stack of plates, but only on one side. Alright, Boots, good luck, have fun. Oh, even my allies are automated, because they're not my dudes. Fatima screen. Just in time in this case. Ooh, neat. That attack. Ooh. Look at him. I'm ready, bastards. Kame. Kame. That's all I've got. Yeah, they took damage. Uh oh. That's less damage. Okay, can I help, like, get at least one of you to be dead? I did my AoE starting hit, but yeah, can we get the first one dead or something? Because that'll reduce the incoming damage before my allies start dying or something. Dude, my teammates are really durable. Well, they have a lot of health, not much on the armor part. Explode! There's some damage. Hey, the first one's dead finally. Oh, both my allies are dead. That's not great for me. Start targeting one, I guess. Oh, he died. That's great. Shit. Hey! To the victor go the boots. We must defend the butthole. The spiky butthole of the city. I'm impressed that it still smells back here. It looks like they dropped their trash like 1,000 feet down. Maybe they should just drop a match every now and then. Why, hello, assholes. How do you do? You guys are way more trouble now, because this guy's way better at charging up his super attack. I can do this all the time. Did I only hit one of them? Did I interpret that correctly? I don't know. Did 3,000 damage, though. I am not taking much damage. My allies are. Maybe I just can't see the numbers on the other guys, or maybe the front guy defends the back guys? A little hard to make out. Fuck, they're dead already. Oh. But your guys are dead too. Oh my god. Good superhero. You trashed them. Okay, I'm actually in control now. Alright, so I need to heal. And Boots needs to heal, but I can't play as him right now, or can I? I can. You can heal people that aren't in the party right now. That's good to know, that it keeps track of their health and you can heal them now. Alright. Is the attack over? Is the city safe? I guess we'll find out.